guys, it's ReviewTIJ back with a new episode of the Team Review series. It's episode 8 with Lotus. I'm really sorry about the delay. It's been about 2 weeks since we've done the last one, but unfortunately Ben hasn't been available for quite a long time. But we're going to get straight back into it with daily for the last 4. Lotus being today, and then Ferrari, then Mercedes, then Red Bull. And introduce yourself, Ben, for the 8th time.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Ben the first question, which is, what do you think the best individual for Kimi and Roman and the team race was?
Well, definitely the best individual race for Kimi Räikkönen was Australia, where he won. And I think the best race, it's hard to choose for Grosjean since he picked up so many podiums, but it'll have to be his second in USA. Which, yeah, obviously was his best position. Best team race was probably one of the 2-3s that they got. They got a few of those. They got one in Germany, one in Bahrain, one in Korea. So definitely one of those, because they picked up the most points as a team there.
Yeah, 33 points, definitely, yeah.
So, do you have anything to add to that?
No, not really. I think it's a pretty simple question, and I think you've answered it pretty well.
Alright. And, okay, so which driver do you think for Lotus has been the best driver of the season?
I think Kimi has been the best driver as in consistency, but I think Roman has been the best in developing. I haven't really got a best driver, but, you know, Kimi's been the best in consistency, obviously, but he missed the last 2 races, which we'll go on to later. But he, as you can see, he picked up a lot of second places, and in every Grand Prix, apart from Belgium and Abu Dhabi, he actually raced in, and Italy, he picked up points. So that's pretty good. Roman Grosjean obviously developed throughout the season. He got himself about, I think that's 6 podiums. So very good, solid podiums at the end of the season. And I think we've had Line coming in, obviously 2 14th places coming into the car. The last 2 races, not really experienced with the car, so fair enough. But like I say, I'll give the award to Kimi for the best driver and Roman Grosjean for the best developed driver. So I'm going to ask you the next question, and what do you think of Roman's rise to form at the second half of the season?
Well, I think overall in the season, start off with, from last year, he's come on massively. He's not being stupid anymore. He's just turned into a good driver. Hopefully that might be what they do with Maldonado, but maybe we'll talk about that later. But he definitely had a rise to form from about Germany onwards, probably. I mean, in Germany he got a 3rd. It went a bit downhill with a 6th and 2 8th positions, and then a retirement. Then he came back strong. He got 3 3rd positions, and then he got a 4th and a 2nd, and sadly he retired in Brazil. But a great rise to form from him. He picked up quite a load of points for the team, and he definitely outperformed his first half of the season, and definitely outperformed his 2012 season altogether. He just really looked good in the car in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Obviously last season he had, I think it was 7 first lap incidents, or 6, I can't remember. But I know he was tired 7 times, and he was a bit of a sloppy driver. He hadn't got much spatial awareness. But I think this year, actually, when he became a dad, I know it sounds really silly, but when he became a dad into the season, he seems to develop as a driver. So perhaps he's thought about it more and he's matured as a person. I think him becoming a father it was a good thing, because like I say, it made him become more mature, but I've got nothing else to add to that.
Well, that's a good answer. So, what do you think about Kimi's operation and the kind of replacement driver and stuff like that?
Well, Kimi Räikkönen, I think, obviously he didn't get paid. And I think the operation was a bit of an excuse not to attend the last 2 races. He didn't need to have the operation in the season, did he? You know, they've got a 4-month break at the end of the season. But, it's a bit controversial because Hayley Kovalainen obviously got the seat, and a lot of people expected David Arceki to get the seat. And it's a bit sad because David, I've said this in previous episodes, but he hasn't been racing for a year, and I feel really sorry for him. So Heikki Kovalainen, perhaps it would have done better for Kovalainen because he might be a driver at Caterham next year. We'll have to wait and see for that. But then 2 races would have probably helped Heikki Kovalainen and his Caterham chances. But obviously he brings the money in with Caterham. But Kimi Räikkönen, like I say, I think he just lost motivation in the team. Fair enough, they didn't even pay him. I think that's disgusting. But it's hard because when he retired in Abu Dhabi, he just thought, right, that's it, I can't be arsed anymore, I'm Kimi Räikkönen, what Kimi Räikkönen's like. He didn't really care. He knew he wasn't going to win the championships. He got nothing to lose by missing those last 2 races.
Yeah,
anything more to add?
No, I mean, the team still picked up the 4th in the Constructors, which is what they got last year, so actually they got more points than last year, so they should be happy with themselves.
Definitely. Right, so I'm going to ask you the penultimate question. How do you think they're going to do in 2014 with Pastor Maldonado joining Romain Grosjean?
Well, last year we would have said that that's the worst pair of drivers because they're the most reckless. But since Grosjean's developed so well, they've obviously got somebody at Lotus or something at Lotus that can maybe help a driver like Maldonado, because Maldonado is still a reckless driver. But I definitely think that they can help him develop with a quicker car. Yes, maybe he's a pay driver, but he's got some talent, and maybe we'll see that next year when he's in a quicker car. Maybe he can challenge for podiums, and maybe have a little battle with his teammate Grosjean. So that would be good to see. That would be exciting. But I think 2014 looks up for Lotus. They obviously have the Renault engines. Apparently the Renault engines are going to be quite strong next year. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Definitely, yeah. Like you said earlier, pretty much. Last year it would have been a disaster, but this year I think Grosjean possibly can help Pastor. But I don't know if there's somebody in the team, like you say, that can help them do that. But I certainly think, like I said earlier, that becoming a dad helped Grosjean. So perhaps he might have to have a stern talking to by Eric Boulier or somebody, and basically just say that he can't do this next year. But I think Romain Grosjean having an experienced teammate like Kimi Räikkönen boosted him a little bit, seeing how Kimi Räikkönen did. But perhaps Maldonado can benefit from Romain Grosjean, and they're both fast drivers, let's face it. I think Grosjean can still get into a couple of crashes. He's got spatial awareness now, but you can always get involved with crashes, it's just life. But Pastor Maldonado, will he be good next year, or will he just be like Romain Grosjean in 2012? You never know.
Well, I'll ask you then, what do you want to give Lotus out of 10 for the 2013 performance?
Well, if you want to look at it this way, they earned 315 points, 12 more than last year. Very solid. I think it was a very consistent season from the team, especially with Romain's rise to form. A lot of podiums for the team. Very unlucky really not to catch Mercedes and Ferrari, but that's probably because Kimi Räikkönen missed out on the last 2 races. So I'm going to give the team a 7.5 out of 10.
I don't know where that puts them, but okay.
Yeah, we don't know what that is. Well, we'll do a rating at the end of the series and find where we put people. We'll probably put like Marussia at the top, probably. But oh well. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for Ben for coming on for the 8th time, and we'll see you at the Ferrari team review next episode. Thank you for watching. Say bye, Ben.
Bye bye.
Bye.